A sunny sky shines over Rich Gialella Field as the Steinert Spartans play host to the Irish of Notre Dame here on the WBCB Sports Network. A pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Mike Warren alongside the Mercer County and Steinert Hall of Famer Rich Fisher. Great to be with you here on the WBCB Sports Network as our Mercer County high school baseball action continues here this afternoon. A couple of teams looking to continue their success on the season. So much for the Irish on the year as they got back into the win column over the weekend. 2 tough losses to Lawrence, but a win against Lawrenceville Prep and a victory for the Irish has them back in the win column. For Steinert, a tough stretch of late as they have dropped 4 of the last 5 fish. It's been a tough going for them, and briefly just getting to speak with Brian Gialella today, asked him how he was doing, how he thinks things were going this season. He said, well, we'd like to get the offense going, that's for sure.
Well, I'll tell you how it's going with Brian Gialella. I texted him for the starting pitcher today, and I just said, you know, who's pitching today, Skipper? And he texted back the pitcher, and then he called me Gilligan to be funny. So I said, I go, why don't you go back to work now? Go back to work on the minnow, and he goes, I'd rather go back to work on my offense. So he knows that there's some troubles with this offense he got to clear up. But we have a really good pitchers duel on tap today. Both of them are young too, both not even seniors yet. Notre Dame will send ace Josh Klena to the mound, take on Steinert's Chris Simonka. Klena, a junior right-hander from right here in Hamilton, he leads the Irish. 27 2/3 innings pitched, 39 Ks, 1.77 ERA, but he's been a little bit of a hard luck guy, just a 3-2 record. He's coming off his toughest outing of the year when Lawrence touched him for 4 earned runs in 4 innings last Thursday in that 10-3 loss. You take that game out of the mix, and the ERA is down to 1.48 for the Monmouth University commit. He's opposed by Simonka, a sophomore right-hander, who's still looking for his first win, despite a 1.98 ERA in 17 2/3. Simonka, the younger brother of Steinert softball pitching ace Katie Simonka, has made 4 starts. In his 2 losses, the Spartans have scored just 3 runs. They did win his other 2 starts, and he was a pitcher of record against PDS until the Panthers got a run in the 7th, which forced extra innings and gave him a no decision. So you kind of have 2 pitchers on a mission today, Mike. You got Klena wants to bounce back from a subpar start. Simonka hungry to get a W. And while we're seeing 2 good pitchers, we are seeing vastly different offenses. Notre Dame, 328 average as a team. Mike Shapula, Josh Guire, Danny Katrupi all hitting over 400. Then you have Steinert languishing at a 207 team average. Remy Feniello's 316 leads 3 Spartans over 300. As you mentioned, Notre Dame coming off that win over Lawrenceville. That was the 4th time this season. It was a 10-0 win that the Irish have scored in double figures. Steinert's highest output has been just 9. Well, not just 9, but they haven't hit double figures yet. They got 9 against Princeton. That was back in the season's 2nd game. Lost 3 straight, and in this 3-game losing streak, they've scored just 2 runs in each of the 3 losses. So, pitching is obviously important. Steinert's got a 1.82 team ERA, and that's outstanding, but you still have to score runs. And they got to get their offense going if they hope to make any noise in the state and conference tournament, which is, it's coming up quicker than you'd like to think. But today's going to be a challenge. Spartans face one of the CVC's top hurlers. Notre Dame's hoping to keep its offense revved up, try to get that top 4 seeding in the CVC tournament. So Simonka's going to come out, try and throw his best game of the year. He's going to have to against Klena, and he's going to hope that the Spartans can scratch out a few runs for the win. Whether they can do that against Josh Klena, one of the top pitchers in the CVC, that's going to remain to be seen. You never know what can happen, but this is a tall order for Simonka and the Spartans today.
But one thing that could bode positively for the Spartans is that Josh Klena only has 60 pitches because he did just throw a couple days ago against Lawrence, the action we did have last week on Thursday against the Cardinals. Klena went strong in that one. I believe he eclipsed over 85 pitches, so he is just on a 60-pitch limit here this afternoon today. As starting lineups get introduced this afternoon, first for Notre Dame, Connor Dunn in right field to lead things off. He's dealing with an injury, not exactly sure what, but he was almost a late scratch today. Joe Drulis let us know that he would stay in the lineup, and he will be leading things off in right field. He was pulled early in that first meeting against Lawrence last week. Joey Bonko at shortstop, the sophomore bats second. Danny Katrupi behind the dish bats third. Josh Guire, the DH in the 4 spot. Mike Shapula, the team leader in RBIs with 13 in the 5 spot over at first base. AJ Liberto in left field bats 6th. In the 7 spot, Rocco Valentino at second base. Jamie Duffy at the hot corner bats 8th. And rounding out the lineup at center fielder, Tyler Stefanisco, as they face off against Chris Simonka, as Fish alluded to, in search of his first win of the season, but a sub-2 ERA on the year. Simonka lives low in the zone, similar to his sister in Katie Simonka in the circle on the softball diamond. Both the Simonkas capable of dealing when they get the call for the start for the Spartans. Should be a great one here today. Let's take a look at the defense for Steinert. Ramey Feniello, Dom DeFrancis, and Jack Pirelli in the outfield from left to right. Jace Marr, Joey Ditta, Gavin Giolella, and Chase Porcella in the infield going around from left to right. Marr at third, Ditta at short, Giolella at second, and Porcella at first. Vinny Condurso behind the plate, and of course Chris Simonka on the bump. The Irish at 9-4 under the direction of head coach Joe Drulis in year number 24 at the helm for Notre Dame. Steinert at 5-7, winners of one of their last 5, looking to get back into the win column and looking to get the offense rolling. As Steinert, during this 3-game losing streak they are currently on, they've been outscored 13-4 and currently coming off a 5-2 loss against Robbinsville back on the 24th of April. Moments away from honoring America. We'll take a quick break. First pitch coming up in just a bit. Here from Rich Giolella Field at Steinert High School, it's the Spartans and the Irish of Notre Dame. Next on WBCB.
Steinert is coached
Be a
Samanka
miracle.
gets on the board with a strike.
Be a miracle if all those games get in and there's no rain.
Well, you said it. The 2-1 breaking ball away. That runs too far off. It's a 3-ball, 1-strike count to Connor Dunn, the right fielder, and the Stockton commit for the Irish. Samanka has his sign, kicks and deals. 3-1. Inside corner, 3-2. It's Dunn, Joey Bonco, and Danny Katrupi, the first three for Notre Dame today. Samanka kicks and deals a 3-2 pitch. Inside, missing ball 4, and a leadoff walk to begin for Notre Dame this afternoon.
Well, not a surprise. Connor Dunn leads his team in walks. That's his 10th. And you can't ask for more from a leadoff batter. 10 walks to go along with 8 hits. So he's only got a 276 batting average, but his on-base percentage has got to be a lot better.
Here's Joey Bonco, and a move over to first to check on Dunn. Back in diving.
You've seen him more than I have. This is the first time I've seen him. They're not running a lot. 7 stolen bases.
It's not that they lack speed necessarily. Swing and a looper foul, hooked down the left field line towards the bullpen. A consistent inward breeze blows in from center field towards the Notre Dame dugout and towards home plate.
Yeah, gotta watch those balls in the air. You're gonna have to play that wind a little bit.
Bonco back in from the right side.
Gonna be tough to put one out of here today, that's for sure.
Fastball up and outside. Count evens at 1 apiece. Chase Porcella over at first, playing the bag and holding Dunn aboard. Move over, he's back in standing. You mentioned that wind, and the fielder's going to have to play it. It's already pretty much a pitcher's ballpark here at Rich Giolella Field. The wind just adds to that. Inside corner for a called strike. And the count moves to 1-2 in Samanka's favor.
I think you surprised him with that one a little bit. Go ahead, what were you going to say? Sorry.
Middle infield, just a double play depth, the 1-2 pitch. Rolled over left side, could be 2.
Oh.
Off the heel of Marr and into left field. A high hop, late expected and unexpected for Marr.
Now batting
Yeah,
number
I
8,
think
Danny Katrupi.
you got to go with an error there, don't you?
So the first 2 aboard after the error to Marr over at third.
Well, I'll tell you what, with the way Steinert's been hitting the ball or not hitting the ball, the last thing they can afford to do is give up runs defensively.
Well, here's Danny Katrupi, who had a 3-hit game the last time we saw him against Lawrence on Thursday. A move over to second. There's no one there. Runners will move up 90 feet apiece. Second and third, nobody out for the Irish.
That was an ugly 2 minutes for the Spartans.
For the time being, it's a base hit ruled for Joey Bonco. He's on second base after the error from Samanka into center field.
Oh, they did give him a hit. Okay.
Breaking ball gets away. Coming home is Connor Dunn. Notre Dame scores first, 1-0.
Well, this is fortuitous for Notre Dame right now and ugly for the Spartans. And I wonder, Chris Samanka just being a sophomore, this is a big assignment for him. I mean, he's going against one of the top teams in the league, and he's going against one of the top pitchers in the league. He might have a few butterflies going on right now, too.
A ball and no strikes to Danny Katrupi. Pitch. Slashed foul. Correction, it was actually a 4-hit game for Danny Katrupi. A 4 for 4 with 4 singles, a run batted in.
That hoisted him up to 421.
Ball and a strike to the Irish backstop. The infield in for Steinert. Driven towards left center field. This one's carrying. It'll split the gap and get down. It'll be extra bases for Katrupi. He's thinking two, and he'll stroll in there. An RBI double makes it 2-0 Notre Dame as Katrupi puts a charge and able to split the wind and the gap with one swing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to get one in that gap like that, you have to crush it, and he did. And the wind couldn't hold that up, and did split the gap. And Notre Dame is right on a roll right now.
5th double of the season, 8th RBI for Katrupi as Tommy Switek takes over on second base. The courtesy runner for Notre Dame, great speed on second, and a huge swing from Katrupi as that one rolled all the way out towards the 370 sign in left center field. 2-0 Irish as the first two who reach base come around to score. The third man aboard representing Katrupi's double, it's Switek. And Josh Guire comes to the plate, the designated hitter. We've seen him at second base for the majority of the season for Notre Dame, but he is the designated hitter today. Switek at second. He gets back on the bag.
Courtesy running for the Irish at second base, number 4, Tommy Switek.
Guire patiently waiting for the first pitch of his at-bat. Batting average still at .538 for Josh on the season. Fastball misses outside, a ball and no strikes.
Really, I have 486 in the stats that Joe Drulis sent us today.
I guess I printed out the wrong copy.
543 slugging percentage, 486 batting average.
I guess this is the old copy from last week. I'll just go ahead and do away with this. Printed out the wrong copy.
You're fired.
Oh, well.
Yeah, see ya.
Ball and a strike. 2-1. Mike Shapula, the team leader in RBIs, on deck. Was not in the lineup on Thursday against Lawrence. Time called from Guire. And granted.
Wait a minute. What is Notre Dame's 9-4? Maybe I have the wrong stats, because when I'm looking at their win-loss total with the pitchers, it only comes out to 8-4.
All right, so maybe I did have the right copy.
Yeah. Well,
so you're fired, Fish.
he's right. Yeah. Oh, thank God. See you later.
I was just kidding. 2-2 to Guire, line towards right center. It'll get down for a base hit. Takes a funny hop on DeFrancis. Switek, the brakes thrown on at third. Runners at the corners. Still nobody out, and here comes Shapula.
Now batting, number 12, Mike Shapula.
Right. So, well, at least my pitching stats were still right for Clenna. When did they play Lawrenceville?
Over the weekend, they had a doubleheader on Saturday, one against Lawrence and then the second one against Lawrenceville,
Why would I?
according to NJ.com.
Why is he sending me? Let me look at my email here.
I'll do the same. Yeah, these stats that were sent, I think, were before the Lawrence game.
Well, no, it's 8 games. Here it says stats. Hi, all stats after April 26th. You know what? He might have sent stats and then sent stats again. But no, because it still has Josh Guire batting 486. I don't know. What do you have? What does your win-losses add up to with your pitcher's record?
I think I still have the wrong sheet. So this is For our listeners, this is fun for them, I'm sure.
We're both fired.
The two are supposed to be the most informed, or not.
We can't help it. We got the stats that Joe Drool sent us.
Runners at the corners, still nobody out. 2 across in the inning, a chance for a couple more. Chapula takes one down in the dirt.
See, they on neither of the stats do they list games played. So they only 4, 4 and 3, 6 and 3, 7 and 3.
One-0 liner towards second, through the hole on the right side and into right field. Pirelli's throw to second base. Pulls Ditta off the bag. Swiatek comes across. 3-0 Irish.
Well, this has got to be giving Notre Dame a lot of juice, knowing that Josh Clennon's got a 3-0 lead before he even toes a rubber.
Chapula adds another RBI to his season total. 17 now on the year for him.
Yeah, wait a minute. I'm looking at these, and it's 8 and 4 for the win-loss record. So, or 8 and 3.
Bunt, right side from Liberto. He's going to beat it out. No, he's not. He's ruled out at first. Ooh. Looked like he beat it by a step. But the ruling on the field is that he was out. Second and third, one down.
Well, Notre Dame's still in good shape. I mean, they got the runners over. Second and third, another fly ball, bring in a run. A hit brings in 2.
Infield in for Steinert. Rocco Valentino at the dish. Takes one down and inside. And a good stop by Condurso. Keeps it at his feet. A ball and no strikes. Both Liberto and Valentino, new institutions to the lineup.
Well, home plate umpire Dave Perry not happy about something being said from that Notre Dame dugout. Not sure what it was. Not sure what Notre Dame could be. I guess they're just yelling about that last play, but I don't know. You're up 3-0. I think I would choose my battles when I was going to start getting on the umps.
A ball and no strikes to Rocco Valentino. Second baseman today. Swings and slices one foul left side. 1-1.
Valentino, I mean, he's in a pretty good spot here. Get the bat on the ball, hit it hard, or get it into the outfield, and you're going to get a run in. Hit it hard through the infield with the infield in.
Samanka's 1-1, hits him. First base was open, now occupied. One down. Here comes Jamie Duffy, who's been struggling this season, but a big chance for him to come up big for the Irish.
Brian Giolella and Rick Freeman showing a lot of faith in Chris Samanka. They don't have anybody up in the bullpen yet.
First pitch fastball just runs away. And a ball and no strikes to Duffy over at third base today.
Steinert's dropped back into double play depth, but with the corner infielders in.
1-0. Ripped, but well foul. As Josh Clenna down the left field line gets loose. Extended first inning. A ball and a strike to Duffy. One down, bases loaded. 3 across so far in the inning on 4 hits for the Irish. Tardy on the fastball was Duffy, and it's 1-2. See if Samanka tries to elevate again here against Duffy. A ball and 2 strikes, the pitch. Popped him up. Left side of the diamond, Ditta. Shielding the sun with his glove, still makes the catch. Infield fly roll, batter is out. Bases stay loaded. 2 down. Here's Tyler Stefanisco.
Oh, that was a huge out for Samanka to get. Anytime you got that runner on third with less than 2 outs.
Josh Guire on third, Mike Shapula on second, Rocco Valentino on first. Stefanisco at the dish. The pitch. First pitch fastball catches the outside part of the plate. Outfield straight up, infield back. The 0-1 to Stefanisco. Tails off the plate. Ninth batter of the inning for Notre Dame. One. Catches the outer black. It's 1-2. Fastball's been sharp to start for Samanka.
Yep.
The pitch. Liner right side into right field for a knock. 1 run will score, and that'll be it. The bases stay loaded. Tyler Stefanisco, the senior center fielder, makes this a 4-0 game.
You know what? No sooner did you talk about how his fastball was sharp than he threw a kind of a loopy curveball that just hung up there for Stefanisco to get.
Brian Giolella out of the dugout rather, and you mentioned nobody up in the bullpen.
He took the ball. Oh, wait a minute. Did they move the bullpen? Oh, they used to have that bullpen out. They moved it back behind the fence. Okay. So there was somebody warming up. It's a rough day so far.
Pitching change on the mound for Steinert. We'll take a quick break. Hear from Rich Giolella Field. Marco Giambrone comes into the game to make his 6th appearance of the season. 4-0 Notre Dame in front here in the top of the first.
Ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Brown, the left-hander, into the game here for Steinert. 6 1/3 so far for him on the season. 8 hits scattered, 3 runs, only 1 of them earned. 5 Ks to just 1 walk on the year for Marco Giambrone, and he comes into a bit of a situation in the top of this first inning. A 4-spot put up by the Irish. The most recent run coming off the bat of Tyler Stefanisco as his RBI single to right field extended it to a 4-0 advantage for the Irish. They've batted around now in the inning. Connor Dunn coming to the plate.
Number 5, Connor Dunn.
And the bases are loaded with 2 down.
Yeah, and I apologize for saying nobody was warming up. I'm so used to seeing that bullpen just being down that right field line, and I don't know, they put it behind the right field fence now, and I obviously didn't notice it. Might have been put back there last year too, but
I think so, yeah.
I'm just still so used to seeing it there for 1,000 years. It's taken a while for it to sink in.
2 down for Connor Dunn. He walked his first time up and came around to score.
This is a big situation for Giambrone to come in on too, because bases loaded, 2 outs, and it's already 4-0. You got to get this last out.
First pitch swinging, chopper to third. Marr has it. The tag applied for the final out to Valentino on his way to third. 4 runs come across on 5 hits. A couple of men stranded in the inning. 4-0 Notre Dame will move to the bottom of the first. Here from Rich Giolella Field.
1490 WBCB.
Today's game on WBCB is brought to you by Team Toyota, Kessel Dermatology, the Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Hamilton Township School District, the New Jersey Education Association, Salt Funeral Homes, Notre Dame High School, the Hamilton Township Education Association, the Trenton Thunder, the Trentonian, Hyundai of Trenton, the Italian People's Bakery, Blend Restaurant, Haldeman Ford, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, Chris Auto Body, and Jammer Doors and Windows. All proud to bring you today's game on WBCB. He's Rich Fisher. I'm Mike Warren. Great to be with you. 4-0 the score as the Irish put up 4 on 5 hits in the first inning. And Josh Klena on a 60-pitch limit today starts with a bit more of a comfortable outing. Here this afternoon, the Irish bat around in the first. And Steiner in a 4-0 hole to begin. Dom DeFrancis, Joey Ditta, and Jack Pirelli, the first 3 for Brian Giolella Spartans.
Yeah, and Steinert's they can't look at it as we're down 4-0. They just have to look at it like, all right, let's just chip away here. Let's try to get a run back this inning. Try to just chip away, hope our pitching will hold on from this point on, and, don't worry about getting all 4 runs back in the first inning. When the bats are struggling, though, sometimes everybody tries to do a little too much instead of just trying to pass the baton.
Dom DeFrancis digs in from the left side, a .320 average entering today.
Yeah, we're right on the Steiner stats.
Fastball up and inside. Six runs scored for DeFrancis on the season. Klena's 1-0 on the way. Fastball a bit high again, just above the belt. .2-0 runs inside. 3 balls and no strikes here to Dom DeFrancis. Let's see if he gets the green light. Don't think Giolella gave it to him.
I doubt it.
And here it comes. Taken upstairs, a 4-pitch walk to begin the afternoon for Steinert. Just what they needed, trailing 4-0.
Absolutely. Yeah, he wasn't getting a green light when you're down by 4. You need base runners.
So that'll bring up Joey Ditta, 282 on the average entering today.
It's only the 9th walk given up by Klena this year. He's 39 Ks and 9 walks.
Squaring is Ditta, takes, and a fastball catches the outer third for a called strike.
And obviously Brian Giolella thinking let's play for 1 run because he's showing bunt at least.
Klena working ahead of Ditta from the stretch, the 0-1. Swung on and fouled away, and now it's 0-2. Good response from Klena after a 4-pitch walk to begin his afternoon. He's got Ditta down in an 0-2 hole. Bonco and Valentino shaded at double play depth up the middle. Duffy at third, close to the line. Klena's 0-2 pitch. Check swing, held up, no appeal. DeFrancis has his lead. 1-2, swing and a miss. Had him out in front, the off speed, runs off the barrel. And the first punch out of the afternoon for Klena. 1 away, a runner on first for Jack Pirelli.
Okay, it looks like these stats I have are lined up with what's on NJ.com, and those are including all 13 games, so I guess I have the right ones.
Talking for Steinert or for Notre Dame?
For Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Whatever, they're all moot now anyway because everybody batted. Ooh.
Swinging a drive towards right field, carrying a bit, backpedaling is done. He's under it to make the catch. A good charge put into that one. Just missed it, did Pirelli. And maybe that wind batted it down as well. That one looked like it had its sights set for the scoreboard.
Yeah. I think he just got that a little. He did. He launched it and a little too under it. Got it up in that wind a little more, and that's kind of the way it's going for Steinert this year.
Ramey Feniello steps in, the first pitch. Swing and a drive out towards right field, towards Dunn. Back pedals and shuffles under it to make the catch. To retire the side. A leadoff walk goes for naught. 3 straight outs recorded after that from Josh Klena. No runs, no hits, and a man left on base. 4-0. Notre Dame out in front. We'll head to the second here at Rich Gialella Field.
What did it do? Did he strike out?
Yep.
I don't know what kind of emblem I drew.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs. For acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Brown out for his first full inning of work. Second inning overall. 4-0 Notre Dame out in front. Josh Klena, after a leadoff 4-pitch walk issued to Dom DeFrancis, settles in and gets the next 3 in order. Joey Bonco will get things going. A 1-for-1 day for him. Single and a run scored.
All those runs, by the way, were earned in the first inning despite that throwing error on the pickoff. Because what happened after that, those runs would have scored regardless of the errant pickoff throw or not.
First pitch to Bonco, taken outside, a ball and no strikes. Bonco, Katrupi, and Josh Guire, all 3 with hits. 1-0 off the back foot. To Bonco. In there for a called strike 1. Two 1. Off the hands, popped up left side towards foul ground.
Might have a shot.
Long run for Feniello. He does make the catch on the run towards the Notre Dame bullpen.
Well, we know Feniello can go lateral. He's a good linebacker. Goes both sides of the field.
Number 8, Danny Katrupi.
Looked like he was going sideline to sideline there to make that catch.
Absolutely.
As he hauls it in for out number 1. Danny Katrupi steps in. The RBI double for him his first time up.
Feniello going to TCNJ next year for football. Steinert had 5 guys going to D3 programs next year.
Giambrone's 1-0 slash through the hole on the left side and another base hit. A 2-for-2 day for Danny Katrupi as his scorching hot bat continues here this afternoon.
It was that 6 straight hits for him now?
Josh Guire. Courtesy running for the catcher for Notre Dame.
Tommy
number 4,
Sweetek takes
Tommy
over at first.
Sweetek.
Troopy with some words for Josh Guire before he heads to the plate for his second trip today. Guire 1 for 1 with a single. Sweetek definitely a threat to run over there at first. He's got good speed. The lefty and Giambrone going to try and toy with him and keep him close. Fires in a first pitch strike. Oh, 1. Curveball, cut on and missed. Hung up there, but just missed time by Guire.
Yeah, that looked like one he could have hit pretty good.
Now Giambrone ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Pitch off the hands, right side and foul. Still 0-2 to Guire.
Giambrone has been strictly reliever this year. He's only thrown 6 1/3 innings. I'm sure they're hoping to get maybe a season high in innings pitched from him today.
Fastball up and away. Good waist pitch from Giambrone. It's 1-2 to Guire. Yeah, you look at the stats. We mentioned only 6 1/3 entering today.
He's got a 1.11 ERA.
7 total innings for him. I believe so far he got the last out and last inning.
Right, first out.
First out here.
Yeah.
They've got Sweetek picked off first, but he's got second base as Porcella can't handle the move from Giambrone. And Sweetek in scoring position, just 1 away.
Boy, mistakes are just killing Steinert today. Wild pitches. I mean, that won't be an error, but, you know, if they had him dead to rights.
Breaking ball, rolled over right side of the diamond, flipped over to first by Giolella in plenty of time. 2 down, but on third is Sweetek, just 90 feet away.
Now batting number 12, Mike Shapula.
Mike Shapula steps in. Chance to bring home another runner. Already an RBI for him today. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Inside out approach works as that one catches the outer third. Shapula began his season with a 7 RBI day. Opening day against Ewing. Had 9 RBIs through his first 2 games of the season.
Good way to start.
Rolls this one over left side of the mound. Going to be a tough play. Dida charges, throws in time to get Shapula.
Wow, that's a big time play right there. Dida had no margin for error, had to come in, short hop it, throw on the run as he was moving forward. Really nice play.
Dida cuts down a runner, keeps it at a 4-0 game. Irish leading on to the bottom of the second inning. Here from Steinert High School, Josh Klena back out for another inning of work.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools. I'm Sean Spiller.
Eric Green to lead things off for Steinert. Trailing this one 4-0 here in the bottom of the second inning.
Eric Green, the transfer from Pennsbury, had to sit out 22 days when he came over here after already playing at Pennsbury for a little bit. And they're hoping he can help the offense. He's not listed in the stats. This might be his first. I thought he had a plate appearance against Hamilton last week. Yeah, I know he pinch ran. Not sure if he.
The 0-1 from Klenna runs away. A ball and a strike to Eric Green.
Yeah, he drew a walk last week against Hamilton. Doesn't have an official at bat yet.
2-1. The fastball missing well outside. Two one, swung on and fouled back.
Sure, growing up in Hamilton, Josh Klenna is familiar with a lot of these guys, but I don't know if Eric Green is one of them since he's over in Pennsylvania.
2-2. Breaking ball just misses. Klenna thought it was strike three. The count fills up. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Just misses outside. Klenna wondering where it missed.
Now batting, number 25, Chase.
As is
Porcello.
Katrupi behind the plate, who's asking where it missed.
Klenna seemed more upset with that one than the previous one, but I thought the previous one was even closer.
Here's Chase Porcello. Runner aboard for him. First pitch swinging, rolled over, and foul. Porcello just a hit for him on the season and a run scored. The 0-1 runs away.
Yeah, if anybody's in his lineup is due for some hits, it's Porcello. Just 1 for 22 so far.
Green gets his lead off first. A strong secondary. And that off-speed pitch catches the outer black. A ball and 2 strikes to Chase Porcello. The Steinert first baseman, nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. One-two pitch. Cut on and missed. Got him to Chase down and outside. There's one down.
Number 17.
Yep, he
Vinny
went fishing for that one.
Converso.
We'll bring up Vinny Converso. Converso, a couple of hits for him on the year. Klenna's first pitch catches the corner. And he gets ahead again, 0-1.
Klenna following a pattern here. First inning, you got a walk, then a strikeout. This inning, you got a walk and then a strikeout. See if these next 2 guys fly out to right.
Unable to hold up the check swing that time around. And it's 0-2. The pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner.
Now batting.
3 Ks for
Now
Klenna.
batting, number 5.
2 down in the bottom of the second.
Gialella.
Here's Gavin Gialella. Runner in motion. Katrupi's throw to second base, not in time.
Kind of a delayed steal there by Green, he kind of danced off the base for a little bit, and then as he went to the plate, he started in full stride.
Green in scoring position with 2 down. Valentino at second, trying to keep him close. The 0-1. Nice backhanded pick by Katrupi. Ball and a strike. Glenn is 1-1. 2 balls and a strike to Gavin Giolella.
Pretty nice crowd out here today. 2 of the historically top programs in the county. Although Steinert's having a very un-Steinert-like season right now.
3 balls and 1 strike to Gavin Giolella. Yeah, just a gorgeous day.
Yeah,
when you have a matchup that is just primed with history like this one, makes it even more fun to come out and watch a primetime matchup here in Mercer County.
Yeah, and, you know, I think a lot of the parents probably know each other. A lot of these kids are from Hamilton that are on Notre Dame. And they've seen each other with their kids growing up through the youth leagues.
Number 11.
Giolella works a walk with 2 down, runners aboard first and second. And this is Jace Marr with a .304 average making his way to the plate. In the role of second leadoff man in the 9 spot.
More having a conversation with Brian Giolella, and there's 2 outs, so I'm not quite sure what they could be talking about, unless maybe he's putting on a hit and run or something.
Katrupi and Klenna discussing things out on the mound as well. They want to attack Marr, not your typical 9-hole hitter. Green off of second, Valentino toying with him on the right side of the diamond. First pitch bunted, back to the mound. Klenna has it, fires to first in time, and the inning is over.
I guess that was the conversation. I told him to bunt, but bunted it too hard.
Bunted back to the pitcher with 2 down. Klenna fields his position well and keeps it at a 4-0 game. 2 innings down, onto the third. 4-0, Notre Dame out in front.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs. For acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Brown remains in the game for Steinert. 4-0 the score. The Spartans get a couple on in the inning, but leave him there. And Jace Marr, I guess we were just discussing trying to bunt for a hit that time, but ended up just bunting it right back to Klenna at the mound.
Yeah, I mean, I think if Brian Giolella told him anything, I'm guessing he, should try to push one down the line, catch these guys playing back. But yeah, I mean, he bunted it hard and right at Klenna, and there was no way he was going to beat that out.
Today's game brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Would like to take this opportunity to wish all their students the best of luck this school term. This message brought to you by the HTEA and Saul Funeral Home since 1899. Proud to be a part of the greater Hamilton Township community and proud to sponsor today's game. Saul Funeral Homes, proud to sponsor high school sports on WBCB. 2 innings down and on to the third. A.J. Liberto will lead things off. It's Liberto, Valentino, and Duffy. 6, 7, and 8 for the Irish. The lefty winds and fires, rolled over left side, charging Dida, and he boots it.
Whew. You could see him coming up too early right away.
Liberto does run well, but that'll be an E6.
Now batting
Yeah,
for
I
the
mean,
Irish,
he was going to have to
27,
catch and throw really
Valentino.
quick. It's amazing. Dida ends the last inning making a superb play, and then he just lost focus. Just came up too early on that one.
Leadoff man aboard for the Irish. This is Rocco Valentino. Hit by a pitch his first time up. A lefty-lefty matchup. Giambrone checks on Liberto at first.
You know how it is, Mike. You're only as good as your last ground ball or your last at bat.
Beautiful bunt back to the mound. Tough play for Giambrone. Throws to first. Not in time. Valentino beats it out. An infield single. The first two aboard for Notre Dame.
Man, those are some wheels. He just scampered right down there.
Liberto and Valentino, new institutions to the lineup and paying dividends almost instantaneously. As it was Liberto coming into the game against Lawrence last week here on WBCB. Dunn had to be removed from that one after his first at-bat. Liberto came in and had himself a nice afternoon with a multi-hit day. And both Liberto and Valentino, they run really well, as you got to see here in this frame. And Jamie Duffy digs in with two aboard and nobody out. A move to check on Liberto at second. He's back in standing.
Porcella having a conversation with Giambrone. Just a quick conversation.
Good speed on the base paths for the Irish. Duffy at the dish. Getting ready to show bunt, but another move over to check on the runner at second in Liberto. Duffy, the infield fly rule assessed as he popped out to Dida his first time up. Now a throw to second.
I don't think Liberto was off too far where they were going to have much of a chance to catch him there.
Looked like he had it read as well.
Yeah.
Time called as Dida needs to lace up the spike. Well, Trenton Thunder baseball returns for the 2025 season Wednesday, June 4th. Visit TrentonThunder.com to learn more or call the box office 609-394-3300. Post-game firework nights Tuesdays are kids eat free. Wednesdays, Dollar Dog Nights fish. Thirsty Thursdays and Pork Roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun.
Glad to see there's still a Dollar Dog Night left.
That's right.
In the Delaware Valley.
Breaking ball misses away, and the bunt pulled back by Duffy well in time.
Yeah, Steiner had the rotation play on there too. See if they can get that lead runner.
Duffy squares and whiffs in that bunt attempt. Ball and a strike. The breaking ball runs away.
Seems like Duffy's been up for about 5 minutes now. And he's only got a 1-1 count.
That's baseball.
Yeah.
And another move to check on Liberto at second.
I'll tell you what, this wind seems to be changing a little bit here. It looks like it's going kind of out the left now.
Yeah, it definitely shifted a bit.
Well, if Duffy could get one up in the air, might go for a ride.
Up and outside, 2 balls and a strike. Duffy would love to give a charge to one. It's been a tough start for him this season, his senior campaign. A pivotal piece in the lineup in his junior year, the Widener commit. And a ball on opening day against Ewing that sliced foul and hit the scoreboard at Father John Donofrio Field, but would have been long gone if it was a straightened out hit from Duffy, and showed the power on display that day, but just hasn't been able to straighten things out, put the power on display and fair play. 2 balls and a strike to Duffy as Giambrone continues to make him play the waiting game. Bunted right side of the mound. Giambrone throws to first in plenty of time. Second and third, 1 down.
That's an excellent bunt. Again, Steinert just kept putting the rotation play on, but there's no way they were going to get him. He went down the first base line. There's no chance.
Tyler Stefanisco comes to the plate, already an RBI under his belt. A 1-for-1 day for him. 2 in scoring position. The infield comes in. Laced a single through the right side of the diamond. First pitch, breaking ball up and outside. Base hit could score 2 easily. Great speed on the base paths for the Irish.
Yeah, and Stefanisco getting a bat with the infield in.
And a 2-ball, no strike count in his favor.
A couple Notre Dame guys have had that luxury today.
2-0, missing 3 balls, no strikes. First base is open. But Connor Dunn is in the on-deck circle. The top of the lineup is awaiting Giambrone here in this inning. 1 down, runners at second and third. The lefty, Giambrone, retoes the rubber and looks in. 3-0 pitch, taken for a called strike. We'll see if he gears up a fastball here against Stefanisco. 3-1. Swung on, lifted towards right field. Pirelli has it. Red makes the catch. Tagging and coming home and scoring on the sac fly is A.J. Liberto. Valentino at third. And tagging early, they say, was Rocco Valentino. He's out at third. The run comes across to score. But we'll see if that run counts. So they say that Valentino left early. It's a double play. And it stays at a 4-0 game.
Yeah, I mean, it's like sometimes on plays like that, did he score before the third out was made? But the third out was made the second he left early from the base. So, yeah, it's a double play.
Stays at a 4-0 game. We're on to the bottom of the third here at Rich Gialella Field.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian for your complete local and national news 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Top of the order here for the Spartans. Dom DeFrancis will lead things off. He walked his first time up in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, Steinert's gotten its leadoff runner on both times so far and has not capitalized on it either time.
Bouncing ball to short. Charging Bonko. Shuffles and fires across the diamond. Picked out low by Shapula just above the dirt. One up and one down.
Number 2, Joey Dida.
That'll bring up Joey Dida, 0 for 1 with a swinging strikeout. Glenna winds and fires. First pitch off speed, runs away.
That wind's still blowing out the left pretty strong. Your Steiner hitter, you might be anxious trying to hit the ball while it's going. You got the wind at your back if you're a righty.
It's funny because the flags are showing it's blowing out that way, but yet we still have a pretty steady breeze hitting us here in the booth.
I know.
Right behind home plate, so it might just be one of those kind of whipping in winds off Klockner Road.
Yeah, it could be.
1-1 missing down, and it's 2 balls and a strike to Dida.
Being that earth science was one of my all-time worst subjects, I won't even try to pretend I know how this all works.
2-1 to Dida. Lifted in the air to right field, not deep. Going back on, it's Valentino, and he's there to make the grab.
Now batting number 10, Jack.
2 up and 2 down for Glenna in the third. Here's Jack Pirelli.
I'm sure this is what Glenna wanted, an inning like this, if he can get this third out, because he's out there with a 4-0 lead. He doesn't want to walk people, and he walked 3 batters in the first 2 innings. That's not what you want to do with a 4-0 lead. Well, he's back. He's in throwing strikes more. Except
Fastball runs away, a ball and no strikes. Pirelli flew out to right his first time up. Got a good hold of it, but just hung up into that wind and was brought down. Fastball catches the inside half, and it's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, went outside on the first pitch, way outside, and then busted him in.
Glenna's 1-1. Ripped through the hole on the right side of the diamond into right field. A 2-out knock for Pirelli keeps the inning alive for Steinert.
Now batting number 22, Ramey.
Well, and I'm sure Judge Rollis would rather see that than have him walk somebody else. You know, come out, challenge him, go against him. You know, he got you that time, but you're not letting him. You're not giving him a free one on get on base.
Ramey Feniello digs in for the second time today. He flew out to right field as well. Swings and hits this one to short. Bonko has it on a hop, fires across the diamond to Shapula at first in time to retire the side. A 2-out base hit. Stranded on base as Pirelli's lone hit goes awry. 4-0 the score. On to the top of the 4th inning. And Notre Dame out in front.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs. For acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. $14.90 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Things off. It's the top of the order for Notre Dame. In the top of the 4th inning, a 4-0 advantage for the Irish. There's a 4-spot put up in the top of the 1st inning. As them sitting with the advantage in this one, the Irish at 9-4 entering today. The Spartans at 5-7 just have won just one of their last 5 outings and have meetings between these two schools back and forth in the last 5. The Irish winning this meeting last year, 7-4 on their home field. Here's Dunn at the dish. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. And Giambrone gets ahead, no balls and a strike.
Yeah, these two have played some classic battles over the years. A lot of county tournament games that just memorable in a lot of ways.
2012 county championship at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. A bouncing ball to third, backhanded by Marr, fired across the diamond just in time to set down Dunn. Comes up a bit hobbly, the 5-3 put out. The Spartans defeating Notre Dame in the championship game of the Mercer County tournament at Trenton Thunder Ballpark.
Yeah, that was when Adam Reese hit the longest home run I ever saw a
Yep.
high school player hit, way out on the Lalor or Route 29.
That was when myself as a younger brother was happy that my older brother was pulled before that home run was hit. My brother started that game for Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Tough
Boy.
one for him. Had a great start against him earlier that year. It was actually here at Rich Gialella Field, and Notre Dame was able to win that one. I think it was a 2-1 game, real close one.
Yeah.
As they typically were back in the 2010s era.
Yeah, they were. Yep.
Some great matchups back then. You think about all the talent that both those schools had, all the Division I products and multi-sport athletes that were at the helm for both of those schools.
Yeah.
Liner down into left field off the bat of Joey Bonko and in for a base hit. A one-out base runner aboard for Notre Dame, and Danny Katrupi comes to the plate.
Danny Katrupi.
2 hits now for Bonko.
Bonko, the sophomore shortstop, took over at short for Connor Dunn. That's where he began the season, and then they put Dunn back in the outfield where he was for the majority of his junior campaign. Bonko took over at shortstop and is kind of taking over that role seamlessly.
Yeah, I remember a couple of years before that 2012 game. I don't know if it might have been an MCT semifinal.
Yep.
At Notre Dame, and Notre Dame won, and I forget the pitcher's name now, but he was a Hamilton kid. I think he would have gone to Steinert, and that was a lot of controversy. There was some controversy in that game. Play at second base, and there was a picture that came out that showed that the play was wrong, and Steinert was talking about sending the picture to the state, but they never did, I don't think. They were fun. Those games were a lot of fun.
Yeah. Swing and a drive towards center field. The wind pushes this one down a bit as DeFrancis calmly camps under that one to make the grab. There's 2 away.
Number 2, Josh Dwyer.
A couple of good swings put on the baseball today from Danny Katrupi. Just got under that one a bit, and the wind just pushing it down to DeFrancis. 2 down, a man on first. Josh Dwyer steps in. He's 1 for 2. Grounded out to second his last time up. Giambrone will throw over to first.
So I'm curious, did your brother say anything about what everybody said in the dugout when Reese hit that ball? Because it was like time just stopped.
Yeah, it was.
The whole stadium just got quiet.
I'll never forget, I was sitting on the third base side at Trenton Thunder Ballpark that night, and I remember Steinert, both schools, we had a great student section battle for a good part of that game, and I remember somebody from the Steinert student section, it got real quiet in the ballpark after that, and someone from the Steinert student section yelled, "Attention Trenton Thunder Ballpark, Reese's bomb has just landed." And their whole side of it, you would have thought the whole stadium erupted with how loud it got on that side, but it was nuts. And yeah, my brother was actually good friends with the gentleman who was unfortunately at mercy of giving up that home run. His name was Matt Herbert.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that ball was definitely out on Route 29, might have found its way into the inner city streets of Trenton.
Yeah. It might have. It might have rolled back into Hamilton.
Ball and 2 strikes to count to Dwyer.
The only other time I saw a home run like that, and it was an entirely different level, but I actually was at the game that Willie Stargell hit the home run into the exit in the 600 level at the Vet.
Wow.
And it was the same kind of reaction. It was just like a gasp when the ball was hit. And again, you're talking high school as opposed to Major League Baseball, but still.
Pitch called, strike, throw down to second base, won't matter As Guire goes down looking for the final out, the Irish strand another runner. Giambrone has kept the Irish scoreless for 3 straight innings now. 4-0 the score. Notre Dame still leads. Spartans looking for a response onto the bottom of the 4th.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs for acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Green to lead things off here for Steinert, 4-0 the score. Josh Klena back out for his 4th inning of work. The pitch count getting up there a bit for him. We mentioned it at the top of the broadcast, a 60-pitch limit for Josh today. Pitched earlier last week to end the week. It's Green, Porcella, and Condurso, the 3 due up for Steinert. First pitch from Klena, catches the corner, it's 0-1. Green walked his first time up, was stranded on second.
And this is Marco Giambrone's. This is his longest outing of the year, 3 innings so far. His previous high was 2 against PDS. So they asked him to work some innings, and he's doing it.
0-2 fastball just misses away. A ball and 2 strikes to Green. Pitch. Rolled over left side. Bonko gets it on a high hop. Flips it across over to Shapula. 1 down.
Now batting number 25, Chase Porcella.
Third put out from Bonko at short. 6-3 the way it goes for him. Chase Porcella comes up. He's 0 for 1, struck out swinging back in the second. Klena's first pitch, rolled over right side of the diamond. Charging, gloving is Valentino, flips it over to Shapula. Then a low pick from him, and it's 2 up and 2 down for Klena.
Klena will take out with the pitch count that he's restricted to.
1 pitch out. Take that anytime you can get it. Vinny Condurso comes to the dish. He's 0 for 1, a backwards K on his line so far today.
I'm curious if these guys, if Notre Dame would send Klena out to start an inning knowing that he wouldn't be able to finish it, or will they just send a guy out to start a clean inning?
Working ahead of Condurso is Klena. The breaking ball catches the outside corner. That's a good thought, Fish. And
well, they do have somebody warming up out there.
Swing like and a foul tip into the mitt of Katrupi. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. And yeah, Augie Kapoor heads down there to start getting loose.
I thought I saw a number 10 throwing, but I don't have a number 10 on my roster.
10 is Andrew Rogers.
Ah. I don't even have Andrew Rogers on my roster.
A ball and 2 strikes. Pitch. And a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Klena picks up another K on the afternoon. 4 of them now on the day. 4 innings for him in the books. And 4-0 the score. Notre Dame leads. We'll head to the 5th. Irish in front.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
After Notre Dame chases the starter in Chris Samanka after 2/3 of an inning pitched. They put up 4 runs. Since then, scoreless baseball from Giambrone on the mound, the lefty. He's been in command out there.
He really has. I mean, he hasn't been what you would call dominant. I mean, he hasn't had a clean inning yet, but a lot of one-out single in the second. A couple of runners got on lead off the third on an error and a bunt, and then he got a break. They had a sacrifice, and then there was what looked to be a sacrifice fly, but the runner from second going to third left early. And then last inning he gave up a one-out single, and then that was about it. So he's he's pitching to contact, and that's his MO. He's got 5 strikeouts. He had 5 strikeouts in 6 innings coming in. Only 1 walk allowed in 6 in the 3rd innings coming in. He had that's still only 1 walk.
Defensive substitution for Brian Giolella and the Spartans. It's Pete Simone taking over at first for Chase Porcella. Mike Shapula to lead things off for Notre Dame. He's 1 for 2, an RBI single that came in the first. Grounded out to short back in the second. First pitch swinging, chopped foul down the third base side.
Yeah, I mean, Giambrone kind of restored order to this game a little bit. I mean, they were just having a grand old time in the top of the first were the Irish, and the way things are going, you're thinking, wow, 60 pitches may get Klena a complete game if they go to 10-run rule.
A ball and a strike to Shapula. The pitch from Giambrone rolled over towards short again. Charging Ditta has it, throws on the run in plenty of time. A smooth play from the senior shortstop.
Yeah, that was very smooth. Yeah, he's good out there. That's why it was such a surprise to see that ball go under his legs.
Number 26,
A.J. Liberto comes to the plate. Reached on an error but was stranded on base. The miscue on the base paths. The Irish got doubled off to end the 3rd inning. A chance to extend it to a 5-0 lead. Swings and rolls this one over to short. Ditta has it again. Strong throw, but not. Oh, wow, in time. Oh, man. That looked like Liberto beat it again by a step, but he's ruled out at first.
Yeah, that's a nice pick. Who was that just came in?
Yeah, that's Pete Simone over at first with a great pick indeed.
Yeah, he just comes in, barely even warmed up, and kind of saved Ditta an error there. That was a great pick.
Saved an error and earned an out. The off-speed pitch catches the corner to Valentino, 0-1. Second time today where I'm getting ready to say a guy beats out the single because it very much so looked that way, but our first base umpire sees it differently. 0-2, outside.
Well, this is officially now Marco Giambrone's longest outing of his career. Last year.
Bouncer to second. Gloved by Giolella, shuffles and flips over to first in time to beat the speeding Valentino.
We'll come
3
back
up
to that.
and 3 down, and 3 groundouts issued by Giambrone. His longest outing may be continuing. 4-0 the score. Steinert with just 1 hit and looking for more onto the bottom of the 5th.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
1,500 tariff-free cars ready to go at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. And the Italian People's Bakery, proud to support high school sports on WBCB. Visit them at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, their signature location, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936. And Blend Restaurant, proud to sponsor today's game. Mention WBCB and get 10% off your food check at Blend Restaurant on 911 Route 33 in Hamilton. Just mention WBCB Sports and you get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant in the heart of Hamilton.
Well, Tommy Sweetek is out now in left field in place of A.J. Liberto.
Now playing left field and batting in the 5th spot for Mike Shapola. Number 4, Tommy Sweetek. Now playing first base, Jamie Duffy. And now playing third base, A.J. Liberto. Leading off for the Spartans.
So Duffy moves from the hot corner over to first. Liberto goes from left field to third base.
And what was the other? There was one more switch.
And Sweetek in left, Liberto at third, and Duffy over at first.
Oh, Duffy's at first, yeah.
Giolello lead things off. Klena back out for inning number 5, and only a handful of pitches left for him.
Yep.
So he gets behind Giolello 1-0.
Hey, going back to Giambrone.
Bouncing ball towards short. Bonco has it, throws across the diamond in time.
He went 3 1/3 last year. It was his career high, and not nearly as effective as he is today. He was going against Hun last May 1st and gave up 5 runs. 4 of them were earned. Two walks, no strikeouts, and a lot of hits. Let's see, 5 hits. 5 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 4 walks. I'm sorry. Today, just the opposite. He's been outstanding. But Josh Klena has been just as outstanding.
Klena has Marr behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Gets him to expand the zone away. 1 down here in the inning. Nobody aboard. Klena peers into Katrupi. He's ready. The 0-2 pitch. Just runs away.
Klena, he had not had a clean inning yet since last inning was his first clean inning, but was never really in any kind of trouble.
1-2, tapped foul.
Closest he got to being in trouble was the second when Eric Green was on second, stole second with 2 outs.
A ball and 2 strikes. Pitch. Liner up the middle, past the diving glove of Valentino, and into the outfield for a base hit. Second hit of the afternoon for the Spartans, and a nice piece of 2-strike hitting there from Jace Marr.
Yeah, that was. The rate Klena's been going, when he gets a jump on you up, and is that going to be it?
Looks like that will do it for Klena today.
Klena looks a little confused. Me? You're taking me out?
Well, no pitcher followed behind him, but here comes Augie Kapoor now from the dugout with some pearly white spikes. The freshman righty takes over on the mound. It's Augie Kapoor, the right-hander, out of the pen for the Irish. After 4 1/3, 2 hits, no runs allowed from Klenna just yet. He is responsible for Marr over at first base. Pitching change for Notre Dame. As we remind you about Haldeman Ford celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community. Haldeman Ford on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. 50 years in business, Haldeman Ford. Sponsoring today's game on WBCB and the Hamilton Township Division of Health. Visit hamiltonnj.com/health to learn more. Stay healthy, Hamilton.
Yeah, Klenna 2 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Again, no runs as of yet. Kapoor's got to keep that guy from scoring. But certainly a good bounce-back effort by Klenna after a tough outing against Lawrence the other day.
It's funny with Klenna and Kapoor, two very similar pitchers out there on the mound with similar stories. You look at Klenna and his career thrusted into the pitching rotation, not the starting rotation, but out of the pen as a freshman. Kapoor for Notre Dame having to do kind of the same thing here, and he came in a big opportunity against Hopewell Valley and got the save for them, his lone save on the season. As he comes in here with a man aboard and just 1 down, the double play ball in effect for the Irish defensively. But we got to actually ask Josh Klenna about that after one of his great outings on WBCB earlier this year. A complete game effort from Klenna, career high in strikeouts. And we got to ask him about Augie Kapoor and his thoughts on him and how he's kind of living a similar storyline as Klenna has in this program. And he said, you know, this kid's got a lot of potential, a lively arm, a strong fastball, and he wants that type of moment to be put in those situations where he knows that he's going to be the guy that has to get him out of it.
Hey, you like that attitude by a freshman.
So a man on first, the lineup flips over. Here's Dom DeFrancis facing the new arm in Kapoor. Fastball misses away. DeFrancis 0 for 1 with a walk. I
was watching Kapoor warming up. Didn't look like he was getting many right over the plate. Not sure if that's going to carry over here or what, but it missed wide on the first 2.
Three balls and no strikes as he misses wide again. Kapoor going to have to work all the way back now.
I doubt DeFrancis will take the bat off his shoulder on this one.
3-0. A 4-pitch walk to DeFrancis. First and second, 1 out. Second walk today by DeFrancis. So Joey Ditta comes to the plate, 2 aboard, 1 down. He's 0 for 2 today. Popped up to Valentino at second base, his second time up in the third. And struck out swinging against Klenna in the first. Kapoor's first pitch in at the knees for a called strike.
He put that one right down the middle there. So figure I got to throw a strike here sooner or later. And you had to figure Steinert was going to take until he threw a strike. So why not just get that one over and settle down a little bit?
Kapoor peaks at second. And time called by Ditta at the dish. The 0-1. Popped up left side towards foul ground. Liberto makes the catch. All the way over towards the warning track. The wind blew it back towards the grass. And A.J. Liberto hauls in a big out, number 2.
Yeah, he was battling that one. He had to hang in there with it. And So important to keep your eye on the ball there as it's coming down.
Jack Pirelli at the dish. A single for him his last time up. It came with 2 down. 2 aboard for him. Good speed on the base paths. And Pirelli calls time as Kapoor, a bit deliberate with his delivery.
Well, Steiner needs an offensive hero. They need somebody to come up and get a big hit, get something, get some runs across, something like that. I mean, they've been scuffling all year. And then in the last 3 games, just 2 runs each game. Pirelli, pretty good average, so he might be the guy. Well, no, 258. I was getting him confused with Jace Mayer. Still, it's not to say can't do it.
0-1, back pick to first. Duffy just able to haul it in. That one almost sailed up the right field line and would have had the runners on the merry-go-round. One ball and 1 strike to Pirelli. Pitch. Curveball in there. 1-2 now to Jack. Bonko at short, shaded towards the middle. Trying to keep Marr close at second. DeFrancis off the bag at first. Duffy behind him. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss down in the dirt. Or did he get a piece? And it's a foul ball they're calling. As Pirelli just gets a piece of that one, and Danny Katrupi right away sort of smiling and turning around. Not really sure if he heard that one catch the bat. Count still at 1-2. Kapoor has his sign from Katrupi. The 1-2 pitch. Almost hit him. It goes back to the backstop. 2 in scoring position, and the count even at 2 apiece.
How did that not hit him?
Pirelli just able to get out of the way of that one.
Well, it's a big pitch here for both sides. Notre Dame wants to keep that momentum on its side, keep that lead. Steiner would love to say, hey, we're not going away.
A base hit could cut the deficit in half. 2-2, well off the plate. The count is now full. First base open. 2 down, bottom of the 5th inning. Steiner trailing by 4. The freshman Kapoor comes set just above the belt. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to dip down in the dirt for the drop third strike.
That's some gutsy pitching by Kapoor there.
Katrupi applies the tag. Kapoor strands a pair and keeps a 0 up on the scoreboard. 4-0. Notre Dame leading this one. We're on to the 6th here at Rich Gialella Field.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 5-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Ramey Feniello will lead things off for Steinert their next time up. And a good opportunity wasted by the Spartans, second and third with 2 down, and Kapoor able to work out of that jam. For the Irish this time around, it's Jamie Duffy, Tyler Stefanisco in the top of the order, and Connor Dunn.
Well, that's been the story of the season for Steinert. Just not able to get hits at opportune times. Not able to get hits, period. I mean, 2 hits today. When a team slumps, it's just like when a team gets hot, everybody gets hot. When a team slumps, everybody slumps because, again, we mentioned it earlier, everybody tries to do too much instead of just trying to do what they can do.
Duffy first pitch swinging, sends this one past the diving Marr at third and down the left field line as Duffy has his first hit of the afternoon.
Number 14.
Leadoff man aboard for Notre Dame here in the 6th. Duffy last year in this game was huge for the Irish. He was 2 for 4 with a double and 2 RBIs. We mentioned the slow start for him this season. Good to see him lead off the inning with a single, and here's Tyler Stefanisco. Shows bunt. Tried to get it down first base side, but fouls it away. Marco Giambrone continues to extend his longest outing of his career. He's been tremendous out there. 4 spot put up in the top of the first from the Irish. Since then, all zeros. Leadoff man aboard in Duffy. No balls and a strike to Stefanisco. The pitch shows bunt, but bunts foul again, and it's 0-2.
How many hits do you have for Notre Dame? I have 9, but the scoreboard only has 8.
To recount in a second here. Sometimes my initial count is not right. I had 10 on first count, but that could be wrong too.
I got Bonko and Katrupi with 2. Guire, Shipula, Valentino, Duffy, and Stefanisco 1 apiece.
Yeah, I have 9.
Okay. Now it says 9.
A ball and 2 strikes to Tyler Stefanisco. Duffy in motion. Pitch misses high. Throw is high and almost into center field. Great backup from Gavin Gialella as he makes that catch on the run. Duffy swipes second. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count moves.
Yeah, that pitch was so high it was almost like a pitch out, except it was a little too high.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out for Notre Dame.
Hey, if you're Notre Dame, you'd like to have the chance to bunt him over to third, but with 2 strikes, you really can't do that. Well, you could, but it might backfire.
Bouncing ball to third. Marr, gloves, throws across the diamond in time to get Stefanisco. And Duffy stays put at second. Good play by Jace Marr over at the hot corner to look Duffy back. 1 down. Lineup flips over for the Irish. Here's Connor Dunn. 0 for 2 today with a walk and a run scored.
Oh, looks like a pitching change.
Brian Gialella strolls on out towards the mound, and Marco Giambrone's day comes to a close. A man on second base and 1 down. Pitching change for the Spartans. We'll tell you all about the new arm on the other side of this timeout. You're watching high school baseball on WBCB.
Number 32, Ethan Zimmer.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBSports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Season 0-1 on the year, has scattered 5 hits in 8 innings of work, 6 runs, just 2 of them earned, 9 strikeouts to 12 walks issued on the season. As Zimmerman takes over after 4 2/3 from Marco Giambrone, 4 hits scattered for Giambrone, no runs, no walks, no Ks. As he plays to the tune of his defense and issues a ton of ground ball outs this afternoon. Fantastic stuff from Marco Giambrone. But on the other side of things, the bats just haven't been there today for Steinert. But to keep this at a 4-0 game after the Irish jump out 4-0 to start the first frame, can't ask for much more from Marco Giambrone today.
No, I mean, you talk about a guy doing his job. You know, look, Marco, we're going to have you come in here, and you just got to try to hold down the ship and don't let him get any more. And that's exactly what he did. And, I mean, this is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. You have, coming into this game, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You had 6 pitchers who have thrown an inning. All 6 of them had ERAs under 2. All 6 ERAs under 2, and you're 5 and 7. I mean, that's just that's unthinkable. That'll change because Simonka's ERA is going to go up. He was at 1.98, so he'll go up. But Giambrone's is going to come way down.
Yeah, that was the thing Brian said today. I'm like, the pitching's been great. He's like, yeah, pitching's been outstanding. You just need some offense to go along with it.
Yeah, they really do. It's just been a season-long struggle. I mean, how can you have a team ERA under 2 and not have a winning record? That's pretty wild.
3 balls, no strikes to Connor Dunn as Zimmerman trying to find his command out there on the bump. Activity continuing for the Spartans down in their bullpen beyond the right field wall. A new location.
At least to me.
Correction, 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch down in the dirt, now 3-0. Connor Dunn, the leadoff man in the lineup today. Over 2 with a walk. Duffy on second with 1 down. Zimmerman peaks at second in the 3-0. Called strike at the knees.
Zimmerman is a big boy out there.
One runs away for ball 4. Second walk worked by Dunn today. Joey Bonco digs in. 2 for 3. Pair of singles for him on the afternoon.
Control has been an issue for Zimmerman this year. 12 walks he's given up in 8 innings. Now 13 in 8 innings.
Here's Bonco patiently waiting from the right side. The first pitch from Zimmerman is on the way, and the off-speed catches the corner. No balls and a strike to the Irish shortstop and Joey Bonco. Duffy off second, Dunn off first. Breaking ball, missing high. off to second base, but Duffy back in diving and back in plenty of time. Zimmerman has his sign from Condurso, peeks at second. 1-1. Downstairs.
Steinert hoping for a ground ball here, but got to throw strikes.
2-1. Swing and a miss. Some good heat on the outer half. Puts it past Bonko and evens the count again, this time at 2. One away of forcing any base for the Spartans. The 2-2 pitch. Cut on and missed. Got him to extend the zone upward.
Now batting,
The elevated fastball, he swings through it.
Danny Katrupi.
Yeah, you're right. He did. He just kind of went up the ladder a little bit, and Bonko went after him.
2 down, 2 aboard. Top of inning number 6.
You got a hot customer to handle here.
Danny Katrupi at the plate. Takes a breaking ball down and outside.
Fly it out in center. In the 4th inning, that was the first time they put him down in 7 at-bats.
Each time he's been up, he's put a good swing on the baseball. Yep. 1-0. 2-0.
Zimmerman doesn't like to work ahead in the count, does he?
Simone at first, playing just right behind Connor Dunn. Swing and a foul back and out of play. 2-1 now to Katrupi. 2 for 3, a double, a single, a run and an RBI for him today. Two-one, up and inside. 3 balls and 1 strike to the Muhlenberg commit, Danny Katrupi. Good hitters count to Katrupi. Zimmerman peeks at second at Duffy. And the 3-1. Bouncing ball to short. Dida has it.
Oof.
Picked out over at first by Simone for the final out.
Simone's done some picking since he's been in there.
Couple of nice picks from Simone over at first. The Irish strand a pair. It's still 4-0. Notre Dame in front. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Steinert Spartans looking for a response.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
On WBCB and Jammer Doors and Windows, the 4th generation local family-owned business since 1920. Jammer Doors and Windows, sponsoring today's game on WBCB. Stick around post-game. On our YouTube page, you can find the Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game interview. The Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game gets a gift certificate to the Italian People's Bakery at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936.
Leading off for the Spartans.
Feniello, Green, and Porcella, the three do up this time around, although it'll probably be Simone hitting in place as he took over in the field for Porcella. Feniello 0 for 2, grounded out to short his last time up. Augie Kapoor remaining in the game for Notre Dame.
Josh Kleno, with his 4 1/3 scoreless innings today, has dropped his ERA to 1.53 in 32 innings. Pretty good.
Pretty good stuff on short rest for the junior righty and the Monmouth commit in Josh Klena, as he does his job here this afternoon. Kapoor, a nasty curveball that missed somewhere, not sure where. A ball and no strikes to Feniello. One 0 from Kapoor. That one catches the zone. Ball and a strike. One on the way. Down and out. Infield for the Irish. Shifted towards the left. Big hole up the middle, left side of the diamond, favoring that left side. Pitch up and inside. Feniello just veers out of the way of that one.
Marco Giambrone, with his effort today, lowers his ERA to 0.66. So we saw a couple of ERAs go down the elevator today.
Another nasty curveball from Augie Kapoor. 2-2, the count evens up to number 22 and Ramey Feniello. Payoff pitch. Hit on the ground towards short. Bonko has it. Throws across the diamond in time to get the speeding Feniello. 1 up and 1 down here in the 6th.
Number 8, Eric Green.
That'll bring up Eric Green 0 for 1. He did walk back in the 2nd. Grounded out to Bonko at short in the 4th.
Green looking for his first hit in the Steinert uniform.
First pitch to him. Curveball right over his head as he ducks out of the way. Just a bit high. 2 balls and no strikes.
Eric Green sporting the best beard on the field today.
2-0. In there. 2-1. Breaking ball, that one catches him on the arm, and he'll take first base. Second time he's reached today, a walk and a hit by pitch.
Yeah, he saw that coming. You could tell as soon as it nipped him, he turned around like, he kind of just left his shoulder in there and let it nip his shirt.
Number 19, John
That's what you got to do at this point.
Now batting for the Spartans.
Get on any way you can.
Number 16, Peter
John
Simone.
Capera takes over for Green on the base paths. He's on first with 1 down. And Pete Simone steps in for his first chance today. First pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1. Curve ball 0-2.
Simone with a hit and 6 at bats so far this season.
The 0-2. Cut on and missed. Got him to dip downstairs. The off speed working for Kapoor. 2 away here in the 6th.
Yeah, it sure is. He's got him kind of flailing a little bit.
Number 17, Vinny Condurso.
So here's Vinny Condurso, 0 for 2, a couple of backwards Ks for him today.
Six strikeouts now for Notre Dame pitching.
Runner in motion, pitch misses in, throw to second base, not in time. Capera takes second, and he's in scoring position with 2 down. A ball and no strikes to Condurso. Kapoor will check on second. One-0 on the way. Over the head of Condurso, back to the backstop. Capera 90 feet away, the first Steinert runner. First Steinert run, rather.
Yeah, actually the first Steinert runner to get to third base today. No, I'm sorry. Chase Mayer was there in the last inning on a wild pitch. So the only way they've gotten to third today has been on wild pitches.
Looks like A.J. Semino is down warming up in the pen for Notre Dame. (2-0). 3 balls and no strikes to Condurso. Runner on third with 2 down, 4-0 Notre Dame in front, bottom of the 6th. 3-0 skipped in the dirt for ball 4. Doesn't get far away enough for Capera to try and test him at third, and runners at the corners, 2 down. Pinch hitter coming on here for Brian Giolella.
For the Spartans, number 28, Hayden Caruso. Now running at first
Hayden
base,
Caruso
number 23, Tommy Ditta.
comes in to hit for Gavin Giolella.
Tommy Ditta running for Condurso. Pulling out all the stops here. Hayden Caruso has really scuffled this year, but still looking for his first hit.
Breaking ball, called strike. 0-1 to Caruso. Tommy Ditta over at first. Capera at third. Runner in motion. Pitch misses high, and Katrupi eats that one. Now 2 in scoring position with 2 down, and Danny Katrupi heads out to the mound. A ball and a strike the count.
Yeah, there was no way they were going to try to throw him out. You got a 4-0 lead. You just keep that run around there in third.
We mentioned it earlier. Back here tomorrow, Steinert and Notre Dame face off on the softball field. One of the best matchups in Mercer County here for you on WBCB tomorrow afternoon. Same time, same place. 1-1. 1-2. That off-speed pitch again located nicely by Kapoor.
Yeah, big week for Steinert softball. Notre Dame and Robbinsville, two of their what do you call it? Can't think of the word I'm looking for. But
swung on and lifted towards center field. Stefanisco is there, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Kapoor strands a pair as he gets Caruso to fly out to shallow center to Stefanisco for the final out. 4-0 the score remains as we move to the top of the 7th inning. Notre Dame leading this one 4-0.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Here in the heart of Hamilton Township, as Steiner trails this one 4-0 to Notre Dame. And we mentioned it earlier as well, Fish, a great turnout on hand, a beautiful day for baseball, and anytime you get temperatures above 70 degrees and sunny skies, it's going to make for a great day out on the baseball diamond, and that's what it's been here so far.
Yep. We paid our dues early in the month. There was a lot of rain, a lot of chilliness, a lot of wind, but I guess that's April showers that they talk about, and we're getting a streak of good weather now. It's been great.
Josh Guire, Tommy Switek, and A.J. Liberto due up this time around for Notre Dame.
The term I was looking for before with Steinert softball, Notre Dame and Robbinsville, is those two have been a thorn in the Spartans' side in the Mercer County tournament in recent years. Steiner, it's been frustrating. They're best team in the state, but they're not the best team in their county, and it's Notre Dame and Robbinsville have been doing a good job in that county tournament.
Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes here to Josh Guire. His second pitch has him fouling that one away.
This will be a good game tomorrow. Showing both kind of good tests for both teams. Notre Dame a lot better than people thought they would be after losing a bunch of seniors.
Liner out towards right center field. That'll get down and could be extra bases. Guire puts on the jets, now throws on the brakes. And a strong turnaround first. A leadoff single to begin the inning for Notre Dame.
Second hit of the night for David Guire.
Number 4.
3 guys with 2 hits now for Notre Dame, Bonko, Katrupi, and Guire.
The 10th hit of the day for the Irish. Switek comes to the plate, his first chance today. Jimmy Iacona, courtesy run for Guire.
Wouldn't be surprised.
DH.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them bunt him over, try to play for an extra insurance run here.
So Switek comes to the dish. Began the season out in center field for the Irish. Has kind of been platooned all over the place throughout the course of the year. A really good bat in this lineup, and Joe Drool is having to come out to explain the substitution. Just a pinch runner, not a courtesy runner for Josh Guire over at first, the DH. So he'll be replaced unless they want to reinstitute him into the lineup. But
yeah, you can re-enter once.
Switek steps in from the right side. Simone over at first, trying to keep the runner close in Iacona. First pitch just runs away.
No sign of bunt.
Correction, Iacona is pinch running and will stay in the game.
to check on Iacona. Not in the lineup today. Jimmy Iacona, a lot of starts out in left field on the season for Notre Dame, but today you got to see A.J. Liberto getting the start out there. Rocco Valentino over at second. Joe Drool is trying to play more of the hotter bats of late. 1-0. Shows bunt, throw back to first. They got him off the bag, and he's out.
Thinking that'll take the bunt off.
One down, nobody aboard as Iacona gets picked off.
Well, you hate that when you go in to run for somebody and you get picked off.
A ball and a strike. One down, nobody aboard for Switek. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Count moves to 1-2. Got him to chase away. 2 down.
Now batting, number 26, A.J. Liberto.
A.J. Liberto comes to the plate, 0 for 3. Reached on an error back in the third, but was stranded. Choked up just a bit on that bat.
You know, Mike, I had told you G and Brown didn't have a strikeout, but he did. He had one. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Got no walks.
It's not the first time you've lied to me.
No, and it won't be the last.
The 0-1. Missing downstairs, a ball and a strike.
The beauty of it is I do it intentionally. Just to mess with you.
That's pretty cool.
That's what I do.
Zimmerman, the 1-1. 2 balls and a strike, missing upstairs.
I wish more people I lied to would take it like you. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool you lie to me.
2-1. Blasted in the air to left field and carrying. Feniello on his horse, diving. He's not going to get to it. Liberto's on his way to second, and he'll throw on the brakes there. A 2-out double. Blasted off the bat of A.J. Liberto. Keeps the inning alive.
Yeah, that ball, Feniello, I think, thought he might have had a shot at it, but it just kept tailing away from him, and then he laid out there to try to make a great catch, but ball just had too much tail to it.
Liberto's first hit of the afternoon comes with a bang. He's in scoring position with 2 down, and good speed at the dish in Rocco Valentino. He's 1 for 2, hit by a pitch back in the first. And Brian Giolella calls time and comes out of the dugout. The arm in Eric Green coming out of the pen. Looking to take over here for Ethan Zimmerman. Pitching change for the Spartans. 2 down, a runner in scoring position after the 2-out double. Off the bat of A.J. Liberto will step aside. Pitching change on the mound. Eric Green comes in, looking to keep it at a 4-0 game.
Now pitching for the Spartans, number 8, Eric Green.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
It's the right-hander Eric Green out of the pen taking over. His first appearance on the season on the mound.
Batting for the Irish,
Yep.
number 27,
So we have no stats to give you.
Rocco Valentino comes to the plate, his fourth time today. 1 for 2 hit by a pitch, single that came in the third.
Brian Giolella not throwing in the towel on this game. Get the 2-out double, which is all right. That's it. Bring him a new pitcher in. Try and keep it at 4.
First pitch fastball just runs too far in on Valentino. 1 ball and no strikes. One 0. Called strike. One. Liner towards short, caught by Ditta out of the air. The Irish strand another runner after the 2-out double from A.J. Liberto. 4-0. Irish in front. On to the bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Steinert Spartans. Augie Kapoor remains in the game for the Irish for the time being. Activity still ensuing down in the left field bullpen. A.J. Semino continues to fire around the baseball, but for now it's Kapoor's game. A 4-0 advantage in favor of the Irish. 3 outs remain defensively for them to obtain to secure the victory in this one. For Steinert, they send 9-1-2 to the dish. Jace Marr comes up. He singled his last time up in the 5th.
Leading off for the Spartans, number 11.
I guess
Marr.
you only need to go 4 in high school to get the win, right? You don't need to go 5.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, so if Kapoor can hang on, this will bump Klenna's record up to 4-2. He is the pitcher of record right now. Chris Monco would drop to 0-3.
Talked about GM Brone being stretched out a bit in this one. Kapoor doing the same here. Smaller sample size, but still spanned out across a couple innings is what they're looking for. And the first pitch just misses. I guess it was a bit low.
Yeah, I mean, if Steiner takes anything out of this game up to this point, it's the performance of Marco Giambrone. I mean, he went against a hefty lineup here and did a nice job. It wasn't overpowering, but kept him off the board.
Marr ahead early on, 2 balls and no strikes. Kapoor kicks and deals.
Whoa.
3-0. Just a bit outside. The off-speed pitch is the one that was working the best for Kapoor in his previous inning of work. That time just didn't have the grip on it. 3-0 called strike on the outer black. And it's 3-1. Off speed, catches the outer third, and the count fills up.
Well, he had the luxury of looking at a couple, but got to bear down now.
3-2 pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the mid of Katrupi. One down.
Augie Kapoor does a nice job of battling back.
Fell behind 3-0 and fired back with 3 straight strikes to earn the punch out. Lineup flips over. This is Dom DeFrancis. 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. First pitch fastball crosses high. A ball and no strikes.
Steinert has gotten base runners with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've walked 5 times. Been hit by a pitch. Just unable to convert them. The Irish pitcher's doing a good job of stranding them.
Kapoor falling behind 2-0. And that one catches the outer black. It's 2-1. Two, 1 missing, 3-1. Kapoor's 3-1, ball 4. A 1-out base runner for Steinert.
Well, DeFrancis has done his job. He's gotten on base 3 times out of the leadoff spot.
Now batting number 2, Joey Dida.
I think Steiner needs a little life in that dugout. Last inning, should be up there carrying on, trying to get your guys fired up.
3-walk day for DeFrancis.
Whoa, look at
Dida
that.
takes DeFrancis in motion, and he takes second base.
I think that's defensive indifference there. Steiner, I'm sure the only reason Steiner did that is to stay out of the double play.
Over 3 days so far for Dida.
Yeah, I was going to say, Francis was pretty far off. I think if you're Notre Dame, though, if you're Augie Kapoor, you really don't want to worry about the base runner. You just want to focus on that guy at the plate.
Cimino down the left field line. Looks like he's loose and ready to go, just kind of throwing to stay warm. A ball and no strikes to Dida. One-zero from Kapoor. Curve ball in there for a called strike.
It's a pretty long game, isn't it, for no runs being scored over the last 6 innings?
1-1. Good eye from Dida. 2 balls and a strike. A little past, a 6:15. 2 ball, 1 strike count, and the pitch. Waved at by Dida, 2-2.
When he takes something off it, these guys are not figuring it out.
Count even at 2 apiece. The pitch. Blasted into left field. On the run, Liberto, or Switek rather, he's not going to get there. DeFrancis comes across to score. Dida's into second. The first run of the afternoon for Steinert comes in the bottom of the 7th. 4-1 with 1 down.
Well, that had to feel pretty good for Steinert. I mean, they've been off. Just the offense have been in the doldrums all game.
Now batting for the
And
Spartans,
did it. 2-strike hitting.
number 10,
Turned on that one.
Pirelli.
Spartans still with some life.
Jack Pirelli comes to the plate. A 2-ball, 2-strike count. Excuse me. Was a 2-ball, 2-strike count for Ditta.
They kept it up there on the board for a while. It fooled you.
It did. It's pretty easy to fool me.
As I have seen with my lies that I tell you.
That's right. Still, plenty of work to be done on either side, the way you look at it. 2 outs still remain. The second run on second base for Steinert. Pirelli awaits the pitch. Fastball just misses. One 0. That one catches the corner. Count evens at 1 apiece.
Notre Dame coach is looking down at the bullpen. See how things are progressing down there.
Ditta dances off second base. 1-1 to Pirelli. Runs away.
What do you think of this? If Kapoor lets another guy on, is that it for him, you think?
I would imagine.
Yeah.
So this is probably the most amount of pitches he's thrown this season in a single outing.
Yeah.
2-1. 3-1. The off speed that was working well for Kapoor in the previous inning plus of work. All of a sudden he's lost the feel and lost the command.
Yep. Having trouble locating it.
A good hitters count for Pirelli at 3-1. Kapoor's pitch outside for ball 4. Brings the tying run to the plate in Ramey Feniello. First and second, a force at any base. A courtesy runner or pinch runner comes on.
Number 12, Stephen Wright.
Stephen Wright takes over on the base paths. With the timeout called on the field, the baseball requested from Augie Kapoor. A.J. Cimino comes out from the pen in left field and into the game. Runners at first and second, a force at any base for the Irish. A run across in the inning on the RBI double from Joey Ditta. 4-1 the score. Notre Dame still leading this one, but the tying run at the plate for Steinert when action resumes. You're watching high school baseball on WBCB. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs. For acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Don't forget, you miss any of today's action, read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian, and Chris Auto Body, proud to sponsor today's game. Chris Auto Body offering complete auto body repairs for over 60 years. A.J. Cimino, a towering righty out there on the mound, comes into the game with runners at first and second. Fish, one down, and Ramey Feniello at the plate. He's 0 for 3 so far today.
Yeah, but he's a guy you want up there if you're Steinert. I mean, he's came into this game batting .316, 734 OPS.
Ramey Feniello.
And Cimino, let's see, what are the numbers on him? 7 1/3 innings pitched. And it's got a 1.91 ERA. 5 strikeouts and 2 walks in those 7 1/3 innings. So I'll tell you, you got to give Steiner a little credit. They look absolutely dead in the water and pretty lifeless throughout this game. And bring the tying run to the plate, I didn't think I'd see it.
Double steal executed by the Spartans. 2 in scoring position with the tying run at the plate and 1 down.
Yeah, and again, I'm pretty sure they did that just to keep out of the double play. And Notre Dame opting not to throw.
Right on second, Ditta on third. Swing and a slicer shot towards the football field and foul. A ball and a strike to Feniello.
And Feniello flied out to right. Flied out to right. 2 ground outs to short. This is the 3rd pitcher he's facing today.
1-1. Lifted right side, but heading well foul.
Well, both dugouts a little loud now.
Count it 1-2. Runners lead off second and third. One, two. Down in the dirt, gets away. Here comes Ditta. He's going to score. It's 4-2.
Don't go anywhere, folks.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Feniello. Right on third.
Notre Dame, obviously, with the infield still back, they're going to concede the run since they're holding that 2-run lead.
2-2 called strike 3 on the outside corner.
Perfect pitch. Absolutely perfect.
Now batting number 8.
I think Feniello got a little fooled on that. That ball broke right over the plate.
He didn't like the call for the strike 3 and the punch out, but that one looked pretty good.
If anything, it might have been a little high. I don't know. I mean, it looked to me like it broke over the plate. That's for sure.
So down to their final out are the Spartans. The tying run still at the dish. It's Eric Green who's ahead of ball and no strikes. 1-1. The off speed catches the inner third.
Eric Green would love to keep this inning going. if they can get enough runs, he'll be the winning pitcher facing just 1 batter.
1-1. Skipped in, a nice stop by Katrupi. Wright stays put at third. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 runs across here in the bottom of the 7th. 1 hit so far in the inning. Semino's 2-1. Line towards short, past the outstretched glove of Banco. Tying run is on first. The RBI single from Eric Green makes it a 1-run game.
This is unbelievable.
Pinch hitting for the Spartans, number 23, Tommy Ditta.
So here's Tommy Ditta hitting in place of Pete Simone.
A good piece of hitting by Eric Green, and picked a good time to get his first hit as a Steiner player. Drive in a run here, to put himself on first as a tying run. Tommy Ditta, let's see where he's batting. He's looking for his first hit. Brian Giolel talking to Tommy Ditta.
Two down, bottom of the 7th. A 1-run game. Tying run on first in Green. Semino kicks and deals and misses away. Ditta showed bunt but pulled back. Maybe just wanted to see how the Irish were going to rotate defensively. The lefty and Dinna awaits.
Liberto is in on the grass, that's for sure.
Fastball catches the outside part of the plate.
In on the grass and charging.
1 ball and 1 strike.
I mean, if Ditta's going to bunt this well, he's going to have to bring it down the first baseline.
Strong secondary from Green.
And if he does that, he'll be in good shape, depending on how quick Cimino gets off the mound.
2-1 to Tommy Ditta. A move over to first, runner in motion. Green on to second, he's safe. Throw goes into left, but he'll stay put. Tying run in scoring position for Steinert.
Well, this game was exciting in the top of the first, and then not for the next 6 innings, and now it's exciting again in the bottom of the 7th.
Saw after the second pitch to Ditta, Green with a strong secondary and on his way back to the bag sort of tapped his chest looking at Brian Giolella saying, my bad. Was in motion on the first move from Cimino there, and what looked like he could have been picked off, able to swipe second base.
Yeah, it's twice now we've seen a guy that could have been picked off, not nailed at second.
3 balls and 1 strike as the fastball runs away. A good hitter's count for Ditta. Three balls and a strike, 2 down, bottom of the 7th. A 1-run game. The pitch, called strike 2.
Cimino wasn't messing around with that one. He kind of poured that right down Broadway.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, bottom of the 7th. Tying run on second base, the payoff pitch, fouled away.
Yeah, and every time there's a tense moment on a 3-2 pitch, they're usually good for at least 1 foul ball, just to keep the tension alive.
Cimino with a new baseball. Count still at 3-2. Green gets his lead off second base. The 3-2 pitch, outside for ball 4. Winning run is aboard for Steinert.
Good at bat by Tommy Ditta. Got up on the count, took a strike, fouled off, wasted a good one, and then took that one outside.
Vinny Condurso steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2.
Yeah, Condurso struck out twice and drew a walk. Cimino fighting himself a little bit now. Got that big strikeout on Remy Feniello and then lost Ditta. But they're going to sink or swim with him. Nobody's up in the pen.
1-0. 1-1. Fastball in there for a called strike. Spartans putting the pressure on here in the final frame.
Big time.
Tying run on second, winning run on first. With 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. A 1-1 count, the pitch. Runs away.
Gee, if Condurso could put one the other way, he's got a hole the size of Wyoming that he could shoot for through that right side.
Valentino at second, shading towards the middle. Three balls, 1 strike, the count. Katrupi requests time and heads out to the mound.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably just telling him, all right, look, relax. Just, we still have the lead. Just throw a strike. Throw a strike. We've gotten this guy twice already.
3-1. In there. 3-2.
Well, the runners do get a head start now. 3-2, 2 outs.
Count full. Runners at first and second will be in motion on the payoff pitch. The 3-2. Tapped foul down the third base line. So the runners will retreat back to first and second base.
I told you. 3-2 count, tense moments. There's always going to be at least one foul ball. It always happens.
Cimino, a long look into Katrupi. He's ready. The 3-2 pitch. Inside, ball 4. Bases loaded. 2 outs. And Gavin Giolella comes to the plate.
You gotta be kidding me. Well, Gavin Giolella has walked, and what did he do his second time up?
Second time up, grounded out to short.
Yeah.
Third time up, flew out to center field.
Well, no,
Or
that was
Caruso. Excuse
Yeah.
me. Pitching change for Notre Dame, Adam Canali. From the bench onto the mound, needing one more out. Tying run 90 feet away, winning run on second base in Tommy Ditta for Steinert. Pitching change on the mound, a quick timeout here from Steinert High School. 4-3 the score. Steinert threatening here in the bottom of the 7th.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills. There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase.
They only play each team once, so that only was one conference loss for them. What a situation for Adam Canali to come into. He's got strikeout stuff. He's got 6 strikeouts in 6 2/3 innings. He's only walked 1. He's been hit around a little bit. He's got a 7.35 ERA, but it looks like he gets the ball over the plate.
Gavin Giolella comes to the dish, 0 for 1. He did walk.
What a situation for the coach's son to be in.
First pitch blocked by Katrupi in the dirt.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Katrupi now, too. Cannot let a ball get by you.
And he promptly heads on out to talk with Canali, trying to calm him down and make sure they're on the same page on the signs. Tommy Ditta at second base representing the winning run. Eric Green 90 feet away, the tying run. Just 4 hits in this contest for the Spartans. 3 runs to show for it. A ball and no strikes to Gavin Giolella. The pitch. Low.
Boy.
2 balls, no strikes. Jace Marr in the on-deck circle. Fastball at the knees, in there for a called strike 1. Two-one. 2-2. Fastball painted at the knees again. A little extra juice on that one.
Yeah, give Canale credit, man. Go behind 2-0 and you come in with the bases loaded. Now look at 2 strikes.
The 2-2. Spoiled by Giolella. Will do it again.
Yeah, now Giolello's got to hang tough. I would have never thought we would have had this kind of tension to end this game. My. Good stuff.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Bases loaded. Tying run 90 feet away for Steinert. Canale's 2-2. Inside. Full count.
Does it get any more does it get any more gut-wrenching than this for both sides? My goodness.
Count is full. Bases loaded. Tying run on third. 3-2. Swing and a miss! Canale shuts the door, leaves them loaded. Notre Dame escapes with a 4-3 win.
Wow, what a job by Canale, too, to come in here and fall behind 2-0 and then get 2 strikes, then make it a full count. All kinds of pressure on a full count on both batter and pitcher, and Canale comes through, and wow, what a game. I mean, Steinert's got to be really disappointed, but they can take solace in the fact that they did battle back, and Notre Dame did what they had to do. They survived, and another classic between these 2 teams.
Steinert and Notre Dame, a rivalry that is as old as time, and another one down in the books and for the ages. The Irish escape with a 4-3 victory here at Rich Giolella Field. 10th victory of the year for the Irish. They improved to 10-4. For Steinert, they fall to 5-8. I want to thank all today's sponsors who made today's broadcast possible. Team Toyota, Kessel Dermatology, Capital Health, the Revere Restaurant, Hamilton Township School District, NJEA, Salt Funeral Homes, Notre Dame High School, the Hamilton Township Education Association, Trenton Thunder Baseball, the Trentonian, Hyundai of Trenton, the Italian People's Bakery, Blend Restaurant, Haldeman Ford, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, Chris Auto Body, and Jammer Doors and Windows, all proud to sponsor today's game on WBCB. Daniel McDevitt did our camera work this afternoon. Elena Taggart produced today's stream. For my color commentator and broadcast partner, the Mercer County Hall of Famer and Steinert Hall of Famer, Rich Fisher, my name is Mike Warren. One final time here from Rich Giolella Field, Notre Dame 4, Steinert 3. Thank you so much for tuning in to high school baseball on the WBCB Sports Network. Have a great night, everybody.